Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's time to bring you news from the exciting world of sports. The Badminton Federation of Nigeria has assured that the country will be ready to host the 2019 All-African Seniors Badminton Championship. Nigeria won the hosting rights last year, and the Badminton Confederation of Africa approved Port Harcourt as host city. But the performance of Nigerian badminton players on the continent in 2018, officials are confident the country's elite players will give Nigeria a good representation. Joining us on the news at 10 tonight is President Nigeria Badminton Federation, Francis Obi, as we indeed take a look at the African Senior Badminton Championship to be hosted later this year by the country. It's nice to have you on the news at 10 tonight.
Thank you very much.
Well, Obi, let's indeed take a look at the performance of Nigerian badminton players in 2018 as we look forward to the year 2019 at the African Senior Badminton Championship. What are the plans on ground to ensure that our badminton players, do better from what we experienced in 2018?
Well, I think the natural thing is to try and build on the achievements of 2018. Like you said, when we came on board in 2017, Nigeria was ranked about number 6 in Africa. As we speak today, we are number 2. Dorcas Adeshokon is ranked number 1, female player in Africa. Anu Okpeyori is ranked number 2. The pair of Anu Okpeyori and Godwin Olofua, they are ranked number 1, doubles pair in Africa. The pair of Enejo Abba and Peace Oji are ranked number 1 mixed doubles. So I think we are almost getting there. Currently we are ranked number 2, and that is why the hosting of the All-African Seniors in Port Harcourt in April is very, very critical to what we want to achieve, which is to take Nigeria back to the pole position in badminton in Africa. So basically, and the ranking position that we've just talked about now was made possible by the number of international championships these players were able to attend within the African continent. We couldn't go outside Africa to Europe and all those places because of sponsorship, but at least with the effort we made to making sure they got to play some of these internationals, they were able to garner enough points to take them up in the world ranking and, of course, in the African ranking.
Well, taking a look at badminton critically in the country, it's been a rare occasion to see Nigeria host international championships of this magnitude. Looking at the African Senior Badminton Championship, what is the venue looking like in Port Harcourt, for this big event?
Well, we had a national badminton champion. That was the first Rivers Governors National Badminton Championship in Port Harcourt in December 18 to 22nd. The major reason for that championship was we wanted to use it as a test run for the venue. Okay, for example, that championship had a lot of firsts. It was the first time we're having a championship in Nigeria where we're having 6 courts in a venue. We've never had up to 6 courts. And the prize money was the highest. And then it was the first time Port Harcourt, Rivers State, was hosting a national badminton championship. So basically, the venue was fantastic. The players were happy. Everybody was just excited about it. And we were able to achieve what that championship was meant to do, which was to test. There are a lot of areas we saw that we are going to improve upon when we are hosting Africa in April. So basically, the venue is good. Port Harcourt is ready, and Nigeria is ready to host Africa.
Well, let me take you back to the challenge or some of the challenges you highlighted the Federation is facing. You made mention of not being able to go outside the continent of Africa to play international championships. 2019 is a year for qualifiers going into Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. What are the plans to ensure that Nigeria get to participate in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games if you are not going outside the continent, to indeed play matches?
That's why I said we are going to build on the foundation laid last year. The more championships they play, the better they stand a chance to qualify for the Olympics. Like you rightly said, this is an Olympic qualifying year. Specifically, qualification will start from April. So we are targeting to make sure we sweep the African continent in terms of international championships. And then we try to play a few in the European circuit. If possible, we can go to Asia. But they are going to be strategic. We would have to look at those that would be very good for them to use as a springboard to be able to qualify for the Olympics. Anu Okpeyori and Dorcas Adeshokon are very well positioned for qualification, to the extent that the African body, the BCA, has put them on a special program, Road to Tokyo.
Interesting.
So we are trying to bring in Olofua, because he's Anu's doubles partner, and their doubles pair is #1 in Africa, and they also stand a good chance to qualify for the Olympics. Enejo Aba and Peace, I mean, they went for the World Championship in China in August because of their position in Africa.
The mixed doubles events.
So basically, we are trying to make sure that we do the best for our players to put them in a position to qualify for the Olympics.
But I must say a very big thank you, President Badminton Federation of Nigeria, Francis Obi. I must commend you, knowing fully well that our players were #1 on the continent before you became president. But then the times, they are changing, and it's nice to know that our players are doing well. Many thanks for joining us on the news tonight. Well, let's take a look at football, where LOBI Stars overcame Mamelodi Sundowns 2-1 in their CAF Champions League Group A match played at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium on Friday evening. The result takes the Nigerian champions to the top of the group standings. Mamelodi Sundowns took the lead when Uruguayan winger Cirino set up Antonella 4, who scored with an easy tap. The lead only lasted for 7 minutes as LOBI Stars equalized through Yaya Kone, who scored from the penalty spot. In the second stanza, Samia Matthias scored from inside the Sundowns box to make it 2-1 in favor of the home team. The win signals a bright start for the Nigerian team. Premier League action returns in England this weekend, with Manchester United looking to take their biggest scalp under the new manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They play Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. We preview this game and other major EuroLeague matches in this report.
League football returns to Europe this weekend. After 5 straight wins under caretaker manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Manchester United look to take on the biggest test when they travel to Wembley to face Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. The Red Devils remain without Eric Bailly, who is suspended after he was shown a straight red card against Bournemouth, while Paul Pogba is expected back in the squad. Spurs' boss, Mauricio Pochettino, remains the favourite to get the United job beyond the end of the season, but he will be doing everything he can to bring down the Red Devils this weekend. Tottenham look to maintain their title challenge alongside Liverpool and Manchester City. They seek to win 3 consecutive top-flight meetings with Manchester United for the first time since September 1960. In other English Premier League fixtures, leaders Liverpool travel to take on Brighton. West Ham United welcomes Arsenal to the London Stadium, with the future of striker Marko Arnautovic still unclear. Chelsea hosts struggling Newcastle United. Bottom of the log Huddersfield travel to Cardiff, while Everton welcome Bournemouth to Goodison Park. In Spain, Real Madrid need a victory at Real Betis on Sunday to keep the pace with runaway leaders Barcelona. Goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois has been sidelined with a hip problem, leaving the stuttering European champions without 7 key players due to injury and suspension. Barcelona will hope to keep their hot run of form going on Sunday evening when they play host to Eibar at the Camp Nou. Eibar are not a tricky opposition for Barca, who have won all of 8 head-to-head encounters, scoring 28 goals and conceding only 4 in the process. In other fixtures, on Saturday, Villarreal welcome Getafe, Real Valladolid travel to Valencia, Girona tackle Deportivo Alaves. Atletico Madrid will hope to keep pace at the top of the table when they welcome Levante to the Wanda Metropolitano, while
Former Super Eagles captain Vincent ENYEAMA is keen on a return to football almost 2 years after making his last competitive appearance for French club Lille Metropole. The 36-year-old last played in April 2017 and was released by the club in August 2018. Despite his age and his time away from the game, ENYEAMA is not ready to quit professional football. The former ENYEAMA goalkeeper joined Lille Metropole from Israeli side Hapoel Tel Aviv in 2011, where he made 164 appearances. Chelsea midfielder Cesc Fabregas has joined French Ligue 1 side AS Monaco on a 3.5-year deal. The 31-year-old Spaniard captained the Blues in the FA Cup against Nottingham Forest on Saturday and was in tears as he applauded fans at the final whistle. He joined Chelsea from Barcelona in 2014, having played 303 times for Arsenal between 2003 and 2011. Fabregas described the move as a new project. And that's the much we've got for you from the exciting world of sport. Esther is standing by to continue with the rest of the news.
Well, it's not to continue, but to wrap it up at this time. Thanks a lot for being a part of it. I am Esther Mokpariola. For more, log into our website, tvcnews.tv, and also join the conversation on all our social media platforms.